Hello everyone, this is Han, and today we are going to look at the Windows version of the ZWallet, the wallet for Zcash and Ycash. So if you go to the official web page from GitHub, you see that there's a release for Windows, ZWallet for Windows, and that is a pre-release. So I think there are some bugs. I haven't tested so well, so at this point I would consider it beta. And this is a build for Windows, and there's a build for Linux, and an upcoming build for macOS. So it's all coming from the same source code, and the source code is right here. All right, so what do we do is to test it is to download the release, which I have done. That's this file. Then you simply have to unzip it. So let's unzip it here. This creates a directory ZWallet, and then you can launch ZYWallet.exe. So there's no need to install anything. Okay, once we have that, alright, actually we should not have this page, and this is coming because I have launched this app before and I forgot to delete the database. But normally you would just have the account manager. So not a big deal that we have this page, we just ignore it. And now we are going to import the famous ZPages view key, which I usually I use as a benchmark. So this is a key here. And now we go accounts and we do new account. That's the ZPages account. And then it's a Zcash one. So you select Zcash or Ycash here, but that's a Zcash account. So new release, we select this guy, and then we scan. All right, while we scans, let's see what this wallet does. Alright, so one of the features I like, and then there's some features here. Let's start with the the theme one. So you can go to themes, settings, and essentially change the colors of your UI. So if you go gold, this is blue. Sorry, this was gold before, and we have blue, pink, purple, and each of these can be declined, light, or dark. If you prefer a custom set of colors, you can choose custom and then click here to choose your primary and secondary colors. So actually kind of like these ones. So I say okay. So that's one feature. Second feature is the Minty Pay. So I don't use that very often, but it's useful if you do need it. So Minty Pay means that you can pay several recipients only one transaction. And to do so, you go to Minty Pay, and then you press a plus here. You select different recipients, the amount in ZEC or the amount in USD, and then you add it to the transaction. And once you're finished, so I'm not going to do this, but once you're finished, you press this button, and this will send the transaction. Will make a Minty Pay transaction. Next one is launcher integration. So that doesn't work on Windows, but on mobile, if you have what's the name of this stuff actually? Home navigator. Well, if you have your account on the dashboard and you long press it, you will have a menu that would shortcut that would send you directly into send page and receive page, but that's not available for Windows. Next one is contacts. So contacts is the ability to record your address book, some contacts in your address book. So you press plus here, you enter the contact name, and then the address. So you can scan here, but I'm not sure it scans works. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Because this stuff comes from mobile actually, and I don't have a webcam. Then once you enter the address, you press OK, and that would add it to your address book. Then once your name is in the address book, if we see the history of the transaction and it was sent to a particular address, the app will resolve that address to your contact name. And when you send it, when you do a transaction, you send to somebody, and you can input the name of that person instead of entering the address. So that's convenient if you have people you transact with frequently. All right, next one is you can control the send and receive. So when you send a note, well, when you make a payment, not by default it would take any of the notes that you have. So this ZPages has, well, it has 1,800 notes and 70 notes. If you want to exclude some of them, you just select them, and they will not be used to make transactions. If you want to do the opposite, so if you want to select these guys, but you want to actually only use these guys, so first you select them and then click on this one. This will toggle the selection, so that only these guys will be used because everything else is excluded. So that's the control for picking the notes. And also when you send it, you have in the advanced section the ability to oh, this is not here. Oh, okay, this is I guess the Windows version has a problem. This guy is not expanding enough. Oh, I can scroll now. Okay, that's a bit annoying because I can't scroll here. So I guess something I have to fix. There's a menu here that says if you want to split the note once it reaches a particular value, and that automatically creates notes at that threshold. But I can't see this option here because it's too low and it's hidden. So that's a bug. Alright, so cancel this. And then also when you send notes, you see exactly how much money you have available. So your total balance is this value. But sometimes some of the notes are not confirmed yet. So you have received them, somebody paid you, but you need a certain number of confirmations before they are available for spending. If they haven't reached that number of confirmations, they will be in this category under confirmed. So that's a negative. Excluded notes are the ones that you explicitly set as don't use them for spending. So they will be also subtracted. The unshielded balance are the notes that you have in a transparent address. So by default we won't use them, but if you check the option here, which is also not visible, they will be included in your available balance. And finally, if you take this one and then you subtract, this is a table, right? So if you take that one, you subtract that one, and so on, it will give you this result here, which is the actual spendable balance. Right. So this is a detail of why you can spend that much. If you do max here, you will see that this is the amount that you can spend, and that includes the network fee. You also have the equivalent in USD, which you can see refreshes. So you can input the amount in USD, or you can input the amount in ZEC, in your crypto. So here it's not round to milli because I did max, but normally we round to 3 digits. Okay, what else? So now we have price charts. So here in the wallet P&L, the first tab gives you you have some things here, some sections here. So the first one gives you the price history of the crypto. So you can see that lately it has been around 130, 140, and the current price is 138. You can zoom this stuff, you can scroll it. Again, on mobile, you can also pinch and zoom. Then you have these tabs here that represent the performance of your wallet. So this assumes that when you purchase, when you receive coins, you made a purchase at market price, at the price at that moment, or evaluated on that day. And when you spend coins, you're selling at that price. And these tabs here would give you the performance of your portfolio, of your wallet, if you consider these actions. So for example, if you buy at 100 and then you receive one coin at 100 and then you send it out at 110, then that would mean you made a $10 profit, and that profit is realized. So realized profit is when the transaction is closed. So you either if you bought something, you sold it afterwards. So the amount that you have is netted to zero. And if it's a mark-to-market, it means that you have made the profit, but it's still virtual because you still hold the coins and you haven't sold them. Anyway, this is, I think it makes more sense if you are into trading. Then what we have Minty account. Minty account, so it gives you ability here to create multiple accounts. And you can create Zcash account or Ycash account. They can be mix and match. So if I put a Ycash account here, I'm gonna create a new one. So to create a new one, you just put it blank. I'm gonna create a new one. Gives you the backup key here. Be warning, voila, and then now you have this Ycash account here. Right? So press on this one. This is the Ycash address, and this is the Ycash chain. You can see the height is not the same. You can always, of course, switch back and forth between these accounts. Now back to Zcash. What else do we do? Minty account. Cold Wallet. Cold Wallet is quite useful, but I think this may not work yet. So Cold Wallet means that, okay, for example, this page, this account, ZYWallet pages, don't have the secret key. I actually do not know the secret key. So I only have the viewing key. So when I make a transaction, so let's copy this guy to the clipboard and make a transaction. So I pretend I make the transaction of 10 milli ZYWallet, and then when I send it, so a confirmation. Yeah, it's not working yet. I should see a page that tells me to save the transaction. So that's not available yet. Okay. And finally, of course, the sync speed is pretty high. So we can again see the sync speed by rescanning the wallet. I can do a scan here. Well, it takes about 1 minute, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe more, around that. And there's one other thing I wanted to show is the fact that you can switch from advanced to simple mode. In simple mode, most of this stuff would not appear, and the UI would be simplified. And in advanced mode, you have access to everything. One thing I like is the ability also to set your custom server. So if you have your own server here, your own light wallet server, you can set your the URL here, and it will use that instead of either the light wallet or the ZYWallet servers. Okay, so that was a quick tour, and so I see some issues. Issues are actually, I think, related to the file browser, so I don't think it's going to be very difficult to fix. All right then. So that's the quick demo of ZYWallet for desktop. Hope you like it, and see you around.